But it does... Oh my god, it looks like a balloon with rocket engines made out of other balloons. And those balloons are made out of people's livers. Meanwhile...
Go, go, go! My life for Ireland!
Hey everyone, Void Winter here. I'm excited to finally show you some of the alpha footage. Yes, alpha from Immortal Gates of Pyre. For those who don't know, a quick refresher. Immortal Gates of Pyre is the strategy game from Sunspear Games. It's heavily influenced by their time and experience with StarCraft 2, but is its own game entirely. Immortal Gates of Pyre is a strategy game where players lead armies as godlike generals to dominate the battlefield and conquer their rivals. Think, to an extent, the Immortals are kind of like co-op commanders in SC2, but a little... They don't show up on the field, but help buff things through the use of Pyre. You'll find out there. This is just a quick pickup match between a couple rivals who were bickering in Twitch chat, but hopefully it gives you a look at where the game is so far and something to give feedback on as well. So hopefully you enjoy, like, subscribe, and let's jump in. Okay, the most important part. Which Immortal are they going to lock in? The strong, stalwart Karoth, or the slippery, slimy, plant-based, vegan blood Aru? I realized then immediately, like, their things are, like, based on blood. Anyways, we have... For the Aru, I forget the name, exact name. Mala versus Orzum. The first of their names, and possibly only. Let me introduce. In the bottom right of the Lost Province. We found it many times now, but we keep losing it again. We'll see if he ends up losing. It is Santa Claus. But, like, the claws, like, on your... Like, Wolverine claws. The Teapots sent out to the other side. In the blue. Which does look a little weird with the Aru, who I think of more as, like... Like a red... Anyways. It is... Star... Magical. The Teapots get that early scout. Teapots well known for their stealth. Especially if they hide directly behind... We're going to assume neither of them are stream cheating, in which case, I mean, they're probably both. But with nothing on the line but bragging rights and trash talk and excuses, will it really help? As both players, I'm sure, well experienced in all the shenanigans that... that their opponents can bring to the table, eat for dinner, go out for dessert, get wasted at the bar, come home and be like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. But we will see. Ah yes, the teapot overlooking the great chasm of death and despair and love. But mostly death and despair. Meanwhile, we have... I forget the names of things. We got the army thing. Building a lot of the masked hunters. Though, even if they revealed their identities, I don't think anyone would care. The double extractor Bulbasaurs. Really letting themselves go on that ether. The masked hunters come out, the first clutch of them. On the other side, though, the Zentauris. Called into battle. They might not have the range, but their swords are long and their swords are thick. And that's what's important. And so are their shields, but mostly their swords. Very important. Meanwhile, out in the center, the Teapots, while spotting. Very hard for me. I keep trying to select it. It doesn't work, so we're just not going to... I'm going to keep trying. It's just going to keep failing. We'll have to see. Can we see how much money they have in the bank? No. We're just... They're taking guess on this. No. It is cool. We can see the whole mini-map over here, and I can move the camera kind of thing. Alt-4 for spectator UI. Or we could do that, which would make it a lot easier. As you see there. Meanwhile, oh, he jacks the Pyre! Wait, Did he, though? Star Magical, I think, gets away with the Pyre. He's got 86. I'm not sure who was able to pick that up, but enough in the bank. The Citadel. That's the name, right? And if it isn't, it's still a cool name, and I'm sticking with it. Somebody got the Pyre. The Pyre used for all those amazing abilities and some of the mediocre ones. But it does... Oh my god, it looks like a balloon with rocket engines made out of other balloons, and those balloons are made out of people's livers. Meanwhile, oh, more Pyre taken. This time, Santa Claus definitely got the better end of it. More Teapots sent out. We will see. Oh, that tower was triggered by what? I'm not sure. Maybe a bit of a misclick there. But so far, Santa Claus at 32 supply, and that is all army. His workers do not count. And 980 army powers, or whatever that the sword icon means. Maybe cost of army, maybe SAT score, unclear. We're gonna use that in-game music right up until it starts breaking. So, well, we'll see if anything starts. You better not use the stupid broodmother thing that breaks everybody's eardrums. What do we have here? The dervishes waiting for their moment. The Citadel thinking about it, making them look the other way. The dervish slide in, slip and slide. The whatever the alloy, the Beetle boys, oh, the masked hunters looking to deal with the dervishes. They were able to slip by, but the hunters use that offering and chase it down. No amount of fancy roller skates are gonna stop you here. But on the other side, while a Teapot may have scouted it, Santa Claus reaches out and grabs a third base. On the other side, Star Magical still holding for now, taking out his neutral rail gun, which seems a little out of place, to be honest, but opens up that opportunity to slap down a Pyre tower. And we've got some, oh, I can't even pronounce the name when I know what it is. We got some bulbous boys. Not everything can be boys, but it's more of like an honorific than any description of what they are, since most of them are plants. But we'll see if he can grow into a more competent unit composition. The army, the SAT scores are about even. The supplies about even. Opens it up. The tanks in front. Dervish have to retreat. Offering use. Off to the side. Zephyr's coming in. Dervish looking for an opportunity. Rain of blood from Star Magical, giving him that extra deeps as he kites back. Is there enough Pyre to turn things around for Santa Claus, who actually does seem to be holding the concave on the masked hunters, looking very good. And that third base looking much less so. Really solid concave. And with the rain of blood, the Magi hunted down. And there's nothing left to defend as the stutter step. GG. 6 minutes and 33 seconds. It's all over. Well, he just kind of dies. All right, well. Game 2. Lost Province. There aren't too many maps finished yet, so far Orzoom is the choice for Santa Claus. Star Magical picks up mana again. Resh wants a word with you, but there's no time. As the game begins, the Teapots are sent to battle, and by battle I mean scouting. Oh no. The, Buggo Boy. The ally... the beetle... The mining beetle. Yes. Very good. Which is functionally similar, though slightly different than the moats of the Karath. The Karath moats think they're cool because they have ponytails, but that the only thing they'll have is a tale to tell about how bad their commander did. Is he splitting these intentionally, or is that... So, wait. They suck the alloy out of the... It's like cotton candy, except if cotton candy was alloy. And they use their ponytails to grab it out of the alloy candy maker. And they're just like... And then they whip the ponytails... Ponytail? That the word's not sounding right to me anymore. So what they do is they whip their ponytails back and forth to grab the alloy and then slap it into the base. And that is how it works. Fun fact. Whereas over here, the Beetles regurgitate the alloy into the base, which is a slightly different but very similar effect, just way grosser. Just like a true xenoplant. Into the tree pyramid. I do apologize, yes. The tree pyramid of blood. And command. Not really a pyramid anymore. Symbiotes. Beetle boys. Well, what do we have? We have the first clutch of hunters. Kiting back against the neutral camp. Yes. The Lost Hunter camp here. Grabs the Pyre. Using that Aru map control to vacuum up the Pyre in the center of the map, which respawns occasionally. Think like, honestly, like kind of a combination of a MOBA like Warcraft. More like a MOBA, actually. I'm not sure what the timer is, but he'll get the first one. The Teapot comes in for a scout. We'll see things. And if it watches closely, it'll see a laser shoot its face. There you go. Maybe a little too close. But this time, we're skipping the Centauri straight to the Zephyrs. How did I say it like that? I don't know. The railgun. Wait, why is it shooting from that side? That looks weird. Wait. It looks like the other side should be the shooty side. Instead, it's this side. More at 10. Well, the hunters stirring up a storm. Still anonymous, masked, staying safe. But I have a feeling they're not going to maintain too much distance from the Orzum. The Karath, I'm sorry, under Orzum's command. But, who is this? Ah, yes, the symbiote with the crazy eyes. Thinking, waiting, he has enough. Where's that macro? Alright, he's got enough alloy. But is he still deciding on how he wants to spend it? I guess I'm crazy, guys. Well, we'll see. Meanwhile, back at home, we got 2 spawning blood pools. He's gotten... I'm not sure if that's the tier 2 thing. There's like a tier 2... Oh, there's something going on here. Can't be good for the Karath. Meanwhile, adding on the advanced Pez dispenser of death and destruction. There's a lot of death and destruction. That's kind of just, like, read the lore. And also the balloon doggos, which are great tanks in front of everything for those masked hunters. Meanwhile, roller skaters and blink probes waiting for their upper. Stop zooming in every time you're describing. Well, I need to describe it. So, who are you talking to? I don't know. All the tech buildings coming online. A little more long-winded here. 60 army supply apiece. The dervish looking for a slice to kick things off. But the party had Immortals. The StarCraft variety, not the Gates of Pyre variety. The party hats, fully weapons-grade party hats enabled. And they do long-range siege and siege damage when they decide to put down their roller skates and set up camp. Well, sliding around the corner, giving away the third. Unfortunately, that symbiote. Meanwhile, though, the unsiege. A single Magi gonna help with some of that reinforcement, but throwing down a kiddie pool to help things out. But the dervish slicing through, gonna kill some of the symbiotes there. Oh, but wait! The poison berry getting a lot of damage done. The good worker micro to escape being slaughtered horribly by just 2 dervishes. Meanwhile, the masked hunters in the alloy line. The moats, not so quick on the draw. Gonna try to fight into the smaller amount of units here. Closing the distance, uses the infuse. Pyre getting spent all over the place, but Star Magical still has 178 in the bank. The Zephyrs wind-stepping back, as they do. Unfortunately, though, Santa, right now, feeling the ire of the Aru claws. And more importantly, arrows, as losing many of those moats. And a pretty rough position on the map. Those does still have the 3rd base. Holding on to that. There's a bunch of masked hunters closing the distance. Reinforcements coming out. A single scepter. I think that's the name. Looking down on everything here, though the hunters do have some basic anti-air. Some rootway being spread from the kiddie pool. And the party hat, no longer. The party has been shut down. There's been noise complaints. And no more partying around these parts, says Santa Claus. Need a few months yet. Some more Pyre grabbed. The Star Magical has 266 Pyre. I didn't even... Wait, I thought that you were capped at like 200. Is there a cap? He's got a ton in the bank, though his army is overall less substantial if you look at its SC2 score here. Well, adding on another round of production. Star Magical. He's got, some thrums coming out. The dragonflies of constant annoyance. Not horrible in a straight-up fight if they have limited anti-air, but more of a, look at me, and then chase me all over the entire map kind of thing. So I don't know if you can draw any parallels with units from other RTS games, but I definitely could, if pressed. Well, Teapot shut down. No easy scouting there. Dervish ready. The thrums coming in. Did you like those moats? Well, maybe you should put your love elsewhere. As Dervish slicing through. I don't know what these Zentari are doing here. Unfortunately, while he's microing the Dervish, he loses his entire main. That first base, though, it looks like easily distracted out of the thrums, trying to take on that starter tower. A few Sharus, big blue balls of death. Oh, the moats, unfortunately, 2 thrums, enough to shut down the entire base here. Some Zephyrs wind-stepping back home, but will that be enough to deal with the whole army coming through the destructible rocks? The rocks taken down. No vision there. They slide into the natural. I'm not sure. We got what is it, blood well? Bill said it. And, the second base has almost nothing there, but outmaneuvered. Pillar of the Heavens comes down and slams, but a little late to do much, and on the high ground, the party is unleashed. I think they're called Resonance because they have so much charisma at every party they go to, and that it's mostly because of the hat. They're very good with the hits. Meanwhile, the Sharu's getting a little close. The Masked Hunter's bringing them down, popping them like overpriced balloons. We've got a root sister, you can tell. Or I think that's her name. Anyway, you can tell by the way she is. Because it's the one that looks like it. Or is it Dread Sister? I don't know. The plant scrambling across. The Super Pylon dropped down, giving some defense and doing that damage as it dropped. Meanwhile, Dervish sliding in. Oh, the Poison Berry not completed yet. But enough Masked Hunters back at home. The army actually pulling back and grabbing the Pyre off the map. Star Magical maintaining a significant Pyre advantage throughout. And grouping up the army. The max total overall potential supply is 160. Can't go above that. But neither player really scratching that limit quite yet. As the later game unit compositions are coming together, but they're not fleshed out. Oh, we've got some laser noses, aka Hallowers. Good for that range, but unfortunately not good for defending a third base when they're not there. Not nearly enough here, and Star Magical just grabs up the base for free. Few Masked Hunters sliding into the mineral line, the alloy line. Maru using the awe strikes, dropping it down, doing a bunch of damage on top of the offering, already softened things up. The Magi trying to come back. Sharu exposed, but those danger balls thinning out the Hunter ranks. Resonance, though, helping against the ground. Rain of Blood used. Wow, that kind of telegraphs the intentions. As the Aru moving forward, the Hallower's gonna try to hold. And honestly, the Concave looking a little bit too good. The only issue here... Ah, my ear holes. Oh, that whatever that ability is the one that's kind of, okay, I don't remember which one we're gonna, just for people's ear holes, that there's one of the abilities is kind of super broken right now. And is at 5,000%. Well, the Hallowers unleashing. Not so hallowed ground. The pillar taken down. The Sharu's recharging. I don't know if they have the mana to deal with this. The Mass Hunters trying to bring one down. Not enough front line. The Hunters closing the distance. Santa Claus has to land the awe strikes, but it doesn't look like he has enough to drive this back. And the Hunter's DPS, Hallowers on the back line, yes, taking big chunks, but not taking the whole thing. And then, oh, the Quittles. It's time to quit the game when that many Quittles have landed. Coming from those, wait, where did they come from? Oh, GG. Star Magical. A, commanding performance. Didn't look like at any point it was really in doubt. Oh, God mode enabled. Trying to reclaim. Hey everyone, Void Winter back to say I hope you enjoyed this quick look at what a pickup match looks like in Immortal Gates of Pyre and the progress they've made so far on the alpha. I think it shows a lot of promise. I'll probably make a more in-depth video going over it pretty soon, especially if you guys have the interest. But if you want to find out more info, make sure to go to sunspeargames.com. They have a very active Discord as well and are very, very ready to take your feedback. Remember, this is truly alpha. It is not early access. The game itself is free to play, or will be free to play is the plan. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just excited to show off RTS games. Even if they aren't StarCraft, that doesn't mean they still can't be almost as good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick look at Immortal Gates of Pyre, and hopefully you want to see more RTS in the future. What do you want to see from RTS in general, and what content from me as well? Thank you for watching. Good luck, have fun, stay chill.